Gary!
Seinfuck.
I was thinking we would rebrand.
A rebrand, you say?
A rebrand, a new
Ooh.
logo, new co-hosts.
So you want to replace us?
No. You just get, shuffled around a little bit. Like, Robert, you might take Malcolm's place, and Malcolm, you might take Robert's place, and an AI might take mine. We have enough voice files to. I'm sorry, were you just breathing?
Yes, that was me breathing.
This isn't working out.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So one of the signature parts of the rebrand is that we're going to be doing an intro from now on. Is that all right?
Yeah, our whole universe is in a hot, dense state.
If you're singing a Big Bang Theory, you got to commit. All right.
I know.
Commit like they
He broke up halfway through because he thought he was in it alone.
Yeah,
he doesn't know that we're all big bangers on this podcast.
We're all big bangers.
Big bangers, yeah.
Absolutely. Sheldon is my favorite.
I watch Young Sheldon every day.
You know what's funny about Young Sheldon is that they play it on CMT. Why? Are the country music fans really all like, "Oh, that Young Sheldon"?
They go, "Hell, that guy's fair funny."
Oh,
he reminds me of my nephew. He's
good at computers.
My nephew, a bit of a brainiac.
He's taken viruses off my computer for weeks now.
Yeah, he got me some money back after I signed up for that True Social.
Does that cost money, True Social?
Yeah, I don't think it's free.
That's insane. My dad was on True Social. What a sucker.
He's like, every story you've told about your dad, I'm like, not surprised.
Yeah, well, he fits an archetype. It's handlebar mustache, I like to say, is his archetype.
Ooh.
Guys who never really got over the Hulkster.
He says he gets confused for Hulk Hogan, and I was like, in a dark room, or
I'm like, no, that's your dream. Your dream is some girl
is like confused for the Hulkster,
just several miles away, maybe.
Just some girl, young woman being like, "Oh my God, are you Hulk Hogan?" And he goes,
Hulk Hogan?
He goes, "Yeah, baby, I'm Hulk. I'm the Hulkster." And then
he does his poses.
He goes,
You want to say, brother?
Oh, brother.
So his gut protrudes slightly from under his undersized T-shirt.
Oh no!
Love you, Dad.
Hey, your dad has no shame.
Whatever,
if he could try, he'd try.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Real talk, though. Have any of us actually seen an episode of Young Sheldon?
I've never seen an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
No, I've never seen an episode of Young Sheldon. I have seen like 2 or 3 episodes of The Big Bang Theory, only exclusively on planes.
Planes.
There's got to be something better to watch on the plane. Are you kidding
me?
Well,
no, it was like, those flights where like the TVs come down and then they just like play like one thing.
Yes. It's like, it's not just for you. It's basically for like the whole row.
No, that's insane.
Yeah. So they were like played like 3 episodes of The Big Bang Theory.
Have you ever gotten into a fight? I'm sorry, I don't mean to like cut you off here. I just feel like it's important to ask because I know that you've been on flights like this, where your person in front of you or behind you is trying to close the window you're seated next to.
No, I've never gotten in a fight on a plane.
Well, that seems like the one time to never be in a fight because there's an air marshal there who will arrest you as soon as they land.
Well, you got all that time to figure it out.
I get what you're trying to say though. The people who are who annoys you more? The people who like constantly open and close the window, or the people who like constantly have it open?
Maybe the people who put their knees in my seat.
I mean, yeah.
I think like I don't really care about the window. I have like a sleep mask that I bring on. So if I'm trying to get some Z's, I'll put on the sleep mask.
You load up on benzos and put on a sleep mask and just think it's okay?
I'll be like, I'll give me like a whiskey and Coke, and then I'll like basically just go and immediately sleep.
I fucking wish. I cannot sleep on planes for the life of me. I've only once slept on a plane, and that was me operating on like 48 hours without sleep. Might have even been more. I was delirious.
I love red eyes. You guys are weird.
What are you talking about? I can sleep on planes. What you're like? You guys are weird. I didn't say I didn't.
Well, you have to load up on prescription drugs and alcohol before you.
I didn't say anything about prescription drugs. I just said I drink alcohol.
Well, you didn't say it.
You didn't deny it when you brought it up.
I don't have. Yeah, listen. I have never had a prescription for a sleeping pill because my doctor doesn't trust me.
You're not my grandma. Yeah.
We all know what fun drugs are getting run over the Vancouver border via their NHL team. Okay. Anyway,
I was gonna say in terms of just no, it's fine. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
What were you gonna say?
Fuck you.
So great about it.
No, I was just like, I don't know. I wanted to get your opinions on like Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, but I guess that's fine.
Well, you guys said you were big bangers, so I just wanted to get your opinions.
Yeah, you got to talk to me. Like, what's your favorite episode? What's your favorite bit they do about pretending to be smart?
I feel like you're just upset because you're just like, oh shit, my whole segment was about the Big Bang Theory and how much
That'd actually be kind of impressive because I feel like that came up rather organically.
And my friend,
the Big Bang Theory subreddit.
Hello.
Maybe we
should. /Big Bang Theory.
Maybe we should. We should Big Bang poll on which Big Bang cutie they'd want to put their dick inside because
the anti-vax one.
The Big Bang cuties? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the big bangers out there with a huge rack.
So who here is a Sheldon? And who here is a Leonard? And who here is a Howard? And who here is a Raj? Leonard is not Sheldon.
I'm assuming Raj is the Indian one.
Why would you assume that?
No reason.
And then I what I love is that they have like full names. I'm just on the Wikipedia for it. They have full names for like for all like the main characters except for the lead female character, where they're just like, oh, her name is Penny. They just like never gave her a last name apparently.
She's also my favorite character on that show because I wanted to blow a load on her face, but I digest. Gosh. Look,
what else was she in?
A porno 6 years after filming concluded.
Oh hell yeah! Hit me up with that link there, guy.
Oh, you want the sauce now?
No, she was in 8 Simple Rules.
For dating my teenage daughter?
Yes, the show where John Ritter died during the making of that show. And then she ended up after Big Bang Theory doing the flight attendant show.
And right now, isn't she doing like she's the voice of Harley Quinn in that one Harley Quinn show.
Yes.
Oh, the animated one that's getting put out now?
Yeah. Apparently that's really good. I
watched the first season. It was enjoyable.
Unpopular take here. That show sucks. All right. I've met a lot of people that think it's really good. I think the humor comes off as trying really, really, really hard.
I haven't seen it, so I can't give an opinion one way or the other.
No, I get it. I used to get stoned with a guy who liked to really watch that show and like take it serious and then, laugh at the funny jokes.
You can't take it serious though. It's a fucking
Well, he doesn't take it serious. What I mean is that he's like watching it with a critical eye, but like enjoying it,
No, that's very much shut off your brain TV.
It's a goofy comedy with like a lot of like metropolitan type humor, I guess,
Metropolitan, thanks your dad.
I'm not saying that it's like too progressive or anything like that. That was what my dad would say about that. What I'm saying is that the jokes are all like...
You're observing that it comes from a very
the funniest thing happened when I stepped out of my brownstone that I pay $4,000 a month for on my way to Starbucks to overpay by $6 for a cup of black coffee.
Yeah. It's LA, New York centric sort of like these are the kind of people that live there. and so all the characters have to be.
Yeah, Malcolm's making a note to cut out my opinions here.
No, I haven't put any notes down because
maybe you should.
Because this podcast so far has been a 10.
Yeah, this is 10 out of 10. Guys, we've been talking about the Big Bang Theory, which is one of the most popular shows in the last 10 years.
You
go to any bar in Middle America and you say,
put on the big bang, brother.
Put on the big, put on the big
guy
bang.
next to you at the bar slaps you on the shoulder. Hell yeah, brother.
That's my to buy him a drink for my man, Sheldon.
Give my friend a Budweiser. Make sure it's lukewarm.
Give my friend a Bud Light. I support that company.
Surprisingly progressive, middle American.
Yeah, listen, he's still watching CBS.
He's in Nebraska. Wonderful place.
I just love it. He's just like, that reminds me of my little nephew. He helped me get on the Twitter. Anyways,
I've had Donald Trump in for years now. He has not responded.
I pay $8 a month because I want my opinions to be heard. I'm doing it I'll pay for $8 a month for free speech. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking for a graphic designer.
Yeah. And then he goes, he's like, remember 2.5 Men?
I don't think they should have kicked Charlie Sheen off that show.
Oh, yeah, Charlie did nothing wrong. All right.
No, this is the veil of progressivism is falling off of this bit very quickly.
Yeah. Sorry. I support that decision and Ashton Kutcher.
I mean, he can't talk that way about women.
Yeah, he can't talk about
age thing aside.
I used to really enjoy Hyde from that '70s show until I found out that he was accused of sexual assault.
Yeah, I had to cancel my subscription to the Fox channel.
I no longer enjoy the ranch.
I no longer enjoy the ranch. Yeah, anyways, I had to leave the Scientology church after I heard about what happened with Hyde.
What the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, listen, I miss my time with John Travolta.
Listen, unrelated, but I was thinking about the Church of Scientology after you said that, and it made me remember a small rabbit hole that I went down this week.
Oh.
And I will largely abridge the rabbit hole by telling you, did you know that the SIF, the Scientific Identity Foundation, something like that?
Yeah, the sort of the public outface of Scientology, that they've got offices all over the place.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I just knew that it's a Hawaiian cult that Tulsi Gabbard was raised in. Did you know she was that close to becoming the nominee?
Really?
Yeah, I heard about that. She's basically just a cult member.
I mean, I never liked her.
Yeah, that must be why.
Yeah, she was also such a false Democrat. It was so clear, so early on, and it was this doesn't add up. She doesn't add up.
Was it the Joe Rogan sponsorship?
Probably that. That probably definitely helped. That definitely helped being I don't know if she's the right one.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe Rogan. The one good thing you've done for us is made sure that we didn't have a potential cult leader in the White House. I mean, that's literally. I mean, is this the? I'm looking at their Wikipedia. Is this the one where they were connected to? No, this is a different one.
If you let me continue on this train, I'll go all day about it. So let me just switch to my segment now that I brought this up, right?
Okay, yeah. Let's steer clear.
Let's avoid getting
This is, but I will say, this is not the cult that got Shinzo Abe assassinated.
No, that's a different Japanese.
Most successful assassination in modern history. Also, that's the Moonies.
Yeah, the Moonies.
Are we talking about Happy Science?
That. Oh my God, you can't call them.
We could honestly have a cult-based podcast episode, and I feel like we wouldn't run out of things. We should. About.
I think. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're going to do a cult-based episode, and we're not going to chicken out like Sasha chickened out with his answer to my question from last week.
I was disappointed.
All right, I'm calling him out right now. He did not answer the question. He copped out. Therefore, I assume that he will sleep with his mother, with his girlfriend in her body.
Yeah. Maybe you should rephrase the question for people who might have missed the episode.
The question was, listen to the episode. The question was, would you rather your mom and your significant other, in this case, if it's a straight relationship, have switched bodies? All right. It's a Freaky Friday situation. The only way for them to switch back is that you have to have sex with one of them. So do you either have sex with your girlfriend or your partner in your mother's body, or your mother in your partner's body?
Yes, and Sasha copped out on his answer. Listen to last week's episode to see what he said.
Yeah, you really should. It was a big letdown.
It was a very painful experience for all of us, and he copped out on it. So we're a little resentful.
So we'll talk about cults. All right, I like this.
No. Harper, what is your segment? What is your segment?
Okay, so we'll talk about cults in a future episode.
Yeah, yes. Look out for that one. We'll take some interesting inquiry. We'll take some intake, and
I'm ready to die by the hand of a cult because we pissed them off.
I say when we eventually do that episode, we should theory craft creating our own cult and see what would require us. What would we need to do in order to start our own cult? I
agree. We need a lot of smoke and mirrors, but I think Malcolm would make a good figurehead on account of his strong smile.
But also, I think in like a legal sense, we should figure out how easy it is.
I think it's very easy because we're talking about people who will give us
in the United States. I think it's a lot easier than it is in Canada. To be fair,
I'm going to buy some land, and then the people will live on the land.
We'd have to file a 501c3.
Yeah, listen. My goal is I'm going to buy a town, like a ghost town, and we'll make it a real community. The community it should have been.
We'll buy up like we'll get into heavy debt and buy up one of those fucking like towns in Oklahoma that you can buy for like $2 million.
We'll purchase debt is what we'll do. We'll purchase debt on people.
Yeah, we're not purchasing. Yeah, debt. Listen, debt for guys like us. It's just leveraging money that
future assets.
We're acquiring assets, and we're going to leverage our assets against the purchase of other assets, and that house of cards will never fall.
You can make a payment, or you can serve on the commune for a month.
Exactly. You either that, or you will yearn for the mine.
We just go full Khmer Rouge. Just everyone's like either I wanted to write communist poetry. It's just like, no, in the field.
That's a hilarious meme when it's flipped around. Have you ever seen that where it's just like, but I thought I would be mining all day. He's like, shut up and draw the trend.
Actually, that's really funny. I like that.
I like that. All right. Well,
so what is your segment, Harper?
Right. So I spend a lot of time browsing wrestling subreddits because I have no life and my 30s are rapidly approaching. One of the things that's a staple of the squared circle subreddit culture is, I want to say, probing for commonality in uncommon situations by way of asking, does anyone else blank? And it's been abbreviated DAE, right? Now, every good subreddit has a jerk subreddit, right? Where people who don't agree with the zeitgeist of a subreddit in particular will go to agree with each other, basically. And it leads me to ask, what is your most hated uncommon commonality? Something that people think they only do, but in fact, everyone else does.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
First of all, I've never heard that phrase before, so I'm wrapping my head around.
Uncommon commonality. So times when people think they're special, but they're not.
Yeah, precisely.
That is, I mean, I think the valedictorian people fucking piss me off. It reminds me of like, the people who are so obsessed about like grades in like high school and then on to college, or the people who like try really, really hard in high school, get valedictorian, and then they go to a good school and figure out like basically every single person in their class into university was a valedictorian and their achievements meant nothing.
Word. Story of my life.
I mean, it's just kind of funny to me.
Robert, you sent me a complete map of the Azeroth map the other day to signify your completion of some sort of event. And I looked at it, I was impressed, and then I thought about it, and well, it doesn't get you anything.
No, it really doesn't. And for the listener, they have a GeoGuessr, and I wasted so much time in World of Warcraft in my teens and 20s that I can pretty accurately, barring some of the newer expansions, tell you where a lot of shit is. And like, just in like,
is that what that was? I thought that was just like where you've been. Holy fuck, you were geoguessing?
No, that was geoguessing.
You were geoguessing before geoguessing?
I was geoguessing in World of Warcraft because they have World of Warcraft
geoguessing in World of Warcraft?
That's what I'm saying.
That's honestly, that's my uncommon commonality. I hate that.
Just this one time, Robert, I will restore your virginity. It is yours.
Hey, man, I lost it before I started. No, actually, I'm just kidding.
What? Anyway, what about you, Malcolm?
I can't believe, I mean, there's like a similar path. Like, I think, first of all, I think people who go to Harvard are kind of losers. I think like Harvard is the like just like a brand named university. Like, I don't know. Like, I know a few.
It's a McUniversity. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, most of the people who go to Harvard are just like children of alumni or kids whose parents
it's all like it's all shithead legacy kids at this point. You know, I'm just like, oh no, like we got to respect Harvard because Colin Jost went there. Like, God damn it! Like, no. Oh, Ted Cruz. What about Ted Cruz? Like,
You're 100%
Harvard,
right.
Harvard has produced both like both sides to like every like politics. Like right now, where you think about, you're like, how many like Supreme Court justices have gone through Harvard? It's like I think like 2 or 3 of them right now, and they're like both sides. Like it's just like the biggest shitheads that like they're like.
Well, most Supreme Court justices actually go to Yale. That's kind of the, if you want to go to the Supreme Court, it's kind of an unofficial thing.
Listen, Yale can also suck my dick.
Yes, of course.
You know, like I think like all that stuff is bullshit. I think like on a more practical level, I don't know. I'm recently finding that I'm getting more annoyed by people who have given up. This is something I noticed because like when I was traveling in Europe was like people who've now like been like, I don't need a debit card. I'll just use my phone. And then they get to an ATM and they go, when they need cash, and they go, oh no.
Like, oh fuck.
Like you can't, like ATMs have not like adapted to like, you know, like this, like the cell phone debit cards. And I think that's hilarious. I think that's one of those things where I've gone up to a few ATMs and people have been like, oh, they get their phone out and they realize they can't like withdraw cash or check their balance or anything. I think that's so funny. Especially at like bars, like, you know, there's sometimes you go to bars and it's like cash only, you know, and then they can't like withdraw because they don't have a card anymore. You know, I don't know. I think like what happened to wallets? Why did wallets go out of style all of a sudden? All right, like bring back the wallet. All right,
I think a lot of it kind of has. I don't know. I have a weird conspiracy theory when it comes to wallets, but we'll get into that later.
Oh, I want to hear this now because
why are we getting into it later? Let's.
Yeah, why? Okay, so do it now. Don't like that.
I'm doing it. We'll get into it. It's wallets and backpacks. So, have you guys ever felt awkward for having a backpack?
I like in my 20s.
Yes.
Yeah, they make us carry our work equipment in our backpacks because we're like a hybrid schedule. So I don't necessarily like it, but I have to wear it around my complex when I'm walking my dog in the morning. It just kind of makes me look like I'm some sort of late going uni student.
Yeah, but for some reason, for a lot of people, it seems like carrying shit is like really looked down on. Like I don't know what it is, but it's like people who make like women on like Twitter and men and women on Twitter, I will say. I've seen some both, but mostly from women for some reason. They're like texting or they're tweeting about dudes with backpacks on buses and like no prompt or anything like that, just calling them losers. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It makes me angry. And then the same kind of people who call people babies for having an umbrella outside when it's like raining. People like legit have issues like with that. And I don't know why. It's insane to me. And it's the same shit like with the wallet. Like I've been seeing a lot more people, like if they don't have a wallet or they might just have their phone or they'll have their wallet attached to their phone. It's I don't know what the reason is, but it seems like people are like inherently against carrying shit now. And I wanted, what are your guys' opinion on that? Do you feel this, or am I absolutely insane?
No, I agree with you that I have noticed that. I mean, I live in Vancouver, so like with the rain, like definitely like there's less like stigma against umbrellas here because it does rain a lot. But I do definitely sense the feeling where it's those people are like, just put up your fucking hood of your rain jacket, right? Like it's just like there is that sentiment, maybe with like a slightly younger crowd. It's funny, even my mom, like, so I own a backpack for traveling. I don't use a backpack super often, but my mom, even when I was in high school and stuff, would always be like, why are you wearing a backpack? You need to wear this satchel. And she would like try to like constantly replace my backpack with satchels. Like she would be like,
yeah, I mean, or is it because satchels are like viewed as more professional or something? It just doesn't.
I don't know. My mom's always been anti but pro satchel, like kind of that Indiana Jones style. I don't know. She thinks it's like way more like accessible for schoolwork and stuff. I don't know. That's on her. I don't really have a big like opinion on it, but yeah, I think like there's this almost a thing of just like people want their like. And I think maybe it was also like the skinny jeans era where people were like, I don't want things in my pockets because I want everyone to see how skinny my jeans are.
They need to see the outline of my dick. How are they going to do that if there's a wallet in my pocket?
It's unrelated, but there is a trend amongst rural Americans to have a line for their Copenhagen snuff already pressed into the ass pocket of their jeans.
Really?
Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's a Copenhagen snuff?
It's skull. It's chewing tobacco.
Oh.
You put a lip in, brother. You go, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I have seen this before, where you'll go to like like fucking I can't remember the brand, but I've definitely walked by and taken a picture of this one time where it's like there's a pre-indent of like skull in the back jean pocket.
Yeah. It's really interesting, and the cowboys that I worked with would shake their heads when we started selling them at the pet shop I worked at, because it was like a horse pet shop, you know. They would say stuff like, "Buddy, if you can't put your own Copenhagen ring into your jeans, it's not a real cowboy." And then I told them, well, you know, everyone thinks they want a real cowboy until they find out they've got a ketamine addiction.
We're back to this. We're back to the ketamine bit.
Back to.
Back
first time I said it on the podcast.
No, it is not.
Well,
ketamine cowboy.
Sasha, call me a liar if I am one.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Sasha? Answer the question.
Yeah, answer the question.
Yeah. Secondly, or you could just answer the question.
Hello, former President Obama here. Just wanted to say I love what Sasha's doing and hereby give him an official pardon from answering your inane questions. Also, Robert, you shouldn't be so ashamed of your massive penis. I've got quite the honking schlong myself. Embrace it, brother.
The same people who say stuff like it's weird for men to carry backpacks or it's weird for men not to have wallets are the same people that say they want men to be emotionally available. And then when they tell them their deepest, darkest secrets or their feelings, they're like, he's such a little girl. That's so emasculate, you know? So maybe not worry about that so much, especially if it's just like a broad generalization, like people carrying backpacks are mental midgets. That's kind of fucked up to say, first of all.
That seems very specific.
It's what you asked.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not saying they're mental midgets. That seems such like a strange. Okay.
All right. Well, they're mentally regressed in terms of development. Okay, is that better? So to say that they're mentally regressed in terms of development because they carry around a backpack instead of a satchel, or because they have a money clip instead of a wallet. Personally, a money clip is probably more manly than a wallet. But like, I have a wallet and I'm not changing to a money clip anytime soon because I'm stuck in my ways. I'm never going to change. And the people who like me like me.
There you go. I mean, I think money clips are kind of like the idea.
Cute with my backpack.
What's up?
Nothing.
Come on, bud.
You can't. Yeah, you got to say it.
Well, I was just saying, you know, when I do up my hair and put on my favorite skirt, I think I look pretty good with that backpack.
As long as you're wearing programming socks, I think the accents, the skirt is really accented by them.
Yeah, I got a little bra for my nuts too.
What does that even mean?
It means exactly what it's meant to.
People are really confused when I say that, which means one of two things, right?
Yeah.
When you laugh at that joke that I put a little bra in my nuts, you view a certain type of content on the internet, and I'm watching you.
Otherwise, watching out for you. You
reacting as if you're confused, like, how would a bra work on nuts? It's like, figure it out, bro.
So this guy plays a lot of Fallout New Vegas.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. What's with the association with that game?
It's because so it's funny. Very like it's like, you know, a lot of people play as like women, and it's very loose with gender.
Well, sure, but like I have a friend who loves that game, and I told him that the association with playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas is that like you're secretly like
you're confused sexually.
You're secretly gender fluid, and he's just like, no, that's not what that means at all. And like he's got 1,000 hours in the game.
Okay, someone buy this boy some programming socks. It's about time he came to terms with what he is.
Yeah, someone get my man some cat ear headphones for Christ's sake.
I mean, just to kind of finish off the backpack bit, I think just as someone who lives in San Diego or lived in San Diego, and Malcolm, you might understand this a little bit being from Vancouver, both very cities with a lot of homelessness, is that I think a lot of the stigma comes from like homeless people with backpacks and stuff. Just like that sort of stigma about like, oh, he's carrying shit around with him, therefore he doesn't have like a car or a home to put stuff in. And I think that's sort of the assumption that it's like, but then again, there's also just like, yeah, there's just a stigma towards poverty that I think a lot of people like focus in on, rather than like, you know, I don't drive not because I'm poor. I am poor. Don't go and get it twisted. But I think I just don't like to drive, and I'd like to actually be able to carry a backpack around day to day without women taking sneak photos of me and complaining about me on the internet. That's all.
Where'd you end up?
Where'd I end up?
Where'd the picture of you end up? Yeah, who took a picture of you?
No one took a picture of me.
That's not true. Where is it?
Where's the photo?
You want to look online for it? Go for it.
Where's the photo?
Let's see. Rucksack losers.
Oh my god, it's the first image up.
Shit.
There he is.
He's got that Robert De Niro face that he makes in photos.
That's him if I've ever seen him. Robert Delilah in the flesh with the Born Losers rucksack.
Oh, I'd love that. That's actually, I'd love that.
Well, let's get back on topic, shall we?
Yeah, let's get on. Have you guys seen the movie Neonet?
What?
I have heard of that movie, but you need to explain it to Harper if he hasn't.
Because it's hilarious.
It's wild.
I'm having a bit of a Bader Meinhof effect right now of just weird movies from from 2005.
Stop.
What?
Bader Meinhof effect.
Bader Meinhof effect is the mental effect where you notice something seemingly for the first time, or like, and then you begin noticing it everywhere. So Bader Meinhof, like if you just like think about, oh yeah, this song is by Eminem. I haven't heard about him for a long time. Wonder what he's doing. And then for like the next week or so, you keep hearing Eminem songs. And it's not that it's happening more frequently; you're just noticing it more. Is the essentially what the Bader Meinhof effect?
Yeah, I've looked up this movie, by the way, and this is essentially just the political board of 4chan personified. Never ask a white supremacist the race of his girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen.
So to explain, the movie is called Neonet. It's from 2005. It stars Jeremy Renner, Gabrielle Union, Sally Kirkland, Carrie Elves, Eddie K. Thomas, and Ethan Suplee. Ethan Suplee being the guy from the hick from My Name Is Earl. That isn't Earl.
His brother. He plays Earl's brother.
He's Earl's brother. I forgot. I haven't seen My Name Is Earl in a very long time.
He's a real fan, as it turns out. He's a big My Namer.
Call me by your name.
Yeah, call me by your name, Earl.
So let me read the synopsis. So the film stars Jeremy Renner as Ned Nelson, a white power skinhead who ends up in a mental institution where he meets Rachel, played by Gabrielle Union, a black woman claiming to be the reincarnation of Adolf Hitler. The unlikely couple's hookup leads them down a shocking road to recovery.
So what you're saying is this did the Joker movie first.
What? Have you seen the Joker?
Yeah. So this woman claiming to be Hitler just turns out not to be real in the end.
I don't actually. I've never seen the movie.
No, so like I've seen the movie. What it is that they both meet in basically like a mental ward, and like that's how they like fall in love. So like she's real, he's real. It's just that she believes that she's Hitler.
Yeah, they're both crazy. She thinks she's Hitler. And Harper, are you looking at the poster for this video or this movie?
Yeah.
Do you want to read the tagline?
A Van Fisher film.
No.
It says, "Love is not a race," and then it also has a swastika on the poster. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like it is a barbed wire, a swastika. There's a butterfly in some of the barbed wire, and it looks like they photoshopped their faces onto other actors. Is what it looks like. It looks like a fake movie. This looks like a movie that 30 Rock made up, and I love it.
I mean, it's like almost like I feel like the 2000s had this like run of movies in which you're like, how do these movies even get made? Like, you guys have heard of Tiptoes, right? The lost Gary Oldman, Matthew McConaughey movie.
No, I have not. What is Tiptoes?
I don't care enough about Matthew McConaughey to know about it.
Okay, this movie is one of the most insane movies ever produced.
Oh god, it has the poster. It's another like fake movie poster.
Yeah,
it's just what it looks like.
Yeah, so you looking at the poster, you're going, this movie is, I don't know, some like kind of standard, almost like rom-com, like, you know, family, some quirky characters.
Yeah, the tagline is, it's the little things in life that matters. It seems like very clawingly sweet, not a lot to think about.
Yes, I'm going to read you the synopsis of the movie, which is, I'm just going to read the plot. It's not a very long plot from the Wikipedia, but this is what it is. It goes, Carol, played by Kate Beckinsale, a talented painter and independent
I know about
woman,
this movie.
falls in love with Stephen, Matthew McConaughey, without knowing much about him other than he is the perfect man. But when Carol finds herself pregnant, it forces Stephen to expose his darkest secret, which is his family. Stephen happens to be the only average-sized person in a family of dwarves, including his twin brother, Rolf, played by Gary Oldman, famous non-dwarf. Carol and Stephen are then forced to come to terms with the fact that the baby she carries may be born a dwarf. This terrifies Stephen, who does not want his child to suffer the same way Rolf did. As Carol decides to carry the child, she and Stephen grow further apart, and she begins to rely on Rolf to teach her about life as a dwarf. The whole movie is about Matthew McConaughey coming from a family of little people, and then like freaking out that his pregnant girlfriend may be giving birth to a dwarf, and he loses his mind.
So, okay, and pointing this out, this is Gary Oldman who plays Rolf, an actual normal-sized person who's playing a dwarf in the movie.
Not only is he playing a dwarf, he's playing Matthew McConaughey's twin brother. All right, I want to put this in perspective. Gary Oldman is at least 20, is almost, actually, are they, he is 12 years older than Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
The only thing that's hilarious, one of the things that's hilarious is that Peter Dinklage is in the movie. He's one of the only like true like dwarf actors in the movie, but he plays like Rolf's best friend, but he plays this guy who's like, he's French and he's like got the worst accent. And he's like, oh, I had the pate. And then he's like constantly making out with Patricia Arquette, who plays his girlfriend, who on the poster, you'll see Patricia Arquette is wearing a little like I guess like
happy birthday crown.
And it just says happy birthday on it. It's one of the most wild movies out there. Like, it's just, you have to watch it. Like, just watch this movie. This also, the guy who wrote it, this guy named Matthew Bright, he never made another movie after this. His career ends when he makes this movie. And don't worry, if you thought this movie was like, oh, it's short, it must only be 90 minutes. it's 2.5 hours long.
Oh yeah, there's a 90-minute cut, but the original runtime is 150 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, and the movie started like according to the director and writer that when he was 18, he came up with the idea of a raucous comedy about little people fucking each other, and then 30 years later, he managed to then get that script into the hands of, you won't believe this, the creator of Cops, John Langley, who ends up producing the movie.
Oh god, this is I just fuck me. This is the one. You know what? You know why I know about this movie is because Tosh.0 did a whole feature on it.
Of all the reasons to say you know a movie and why.
It's real. Yeah, I should have just lied. Just like, oh, I was at this film festival for terrible movies.
Yeah, not even Batman could have got that out of me. That is not something that the FBI could have extorted from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a whole fucking feature on Tosh.0, and I'm just like, oh, buddy.
Yeah. So this like reminds me, there's also another like couple of years ago called Wild Mountain Thyme that starred Emily Blunt and Jamie Dornan that also had another crazy twist. The movie, like if you read the movie, time is spelled TH, like the
herb, yeah,
like
time.
The herb, yeah, is the quick like plot line is a pair of star-crossed lovers in Ireland get caught up in their family's land dispute. So it's like kind of Romeo and Juliet, but it's but no one's dying,
and no one's gonna get killed. No one's like 14.
This movie is like it's for the first 30-40 minutes of that movie. Do you mind if I give you spoilers for this Wild Mountain?
Well, I might watch it later.
I mean, I don't mind at all.
Yeah. So basically, in the first part of the movie, it's just like these two kind of introverted late 30s somethings who live in like kind of the rural like farm. They end up falling in love, but the one guy, the guy who's played by Jamie Dornan, who famously played Mr. Grey in 50 Shades of Grey, he's not like showing as much interest. And like he always she's like sees him like in the fields and he's like smelling flowers and he's always just like kind of around. And the twist of the movie is that as she falls in love with him, he reveals his big secret. His secret is that he truly believes that he is a bumblebee, that he is a bee. I'm talking about like an actual bee, that he has.
What?
He's a bee. Like that's his whole thing. And then he spends the last part of the movie running around freely like a bee. And then she's trying to like get him back to humanity.
Anthony confesses a secret that ruined past relationships. He believes he is a honeybee. What? The fuck?
Yes. The big twist of the movie is that
he thinks he's a bee.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds shit.
And I can't get my shit published.
You need to be more outlandish. What I'm saying is we gotta do more of these audacious twists. All right. And this is from the guy who wrote and directed Doubt, that movie that won a couple of Academy Awards back in like the 2000s. 2008.
Harper, you've been conspicuously silent throughout this.
Because y'all keep talking about how interesting you think these shit movies are.
They're not interesting. They're insane.
Yeah, what are you talking about? They're absolutely insane movies.
You sound absolutely enthralled by the stench of these movies.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, Emily Blunt, John Hamm, Christopher Walken.
They read the script and they go, we got a hit on our hands.
They didn't read the script.
They probably didn't. They read the pay stub.
Well, Emily Blunt clearly had to read. She's in the scene where he reveals he's a fucking honeybee.
Let's do a role play, okay? You are Nick Cage.
Okay.
Mr. Cage, this contract's worth $172,000.
Not enough for me. Get that shit out of here.
No, I said Nick Cage.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, give me the script, baby.
You have 6 lines in it, Mr. Cage.
Perfect. I don't have to memorize anything.
No, you don't even have to read it, Mr. Cage.
Okay, where do I have to be?
Yeah, to be at Lot 17. Production is titled "Who Killed Adolf Hitler."
Good enough for me. Cash that check. I'm ready to party.
Can you put this tiny mustache on?
That's awesome. I just got finished up my line reads for the butt fucking. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Where's Hitler? Where's Hitler? Where's Hitler? That's what the line is. That's all he says.
I told you already.
I can't do it, Nick.
I told you already. If my asshole isn't at least 8 inches in diameter, we can't fit the raccoon inside.
But yeah, I mean, I still think the most audacious twist in like recent movie history is the ending of the movie Remember Me. I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, we've talked about it, or I'm not sure we've made reference to it. The fact that
it's a very standard movie about Robert Pattinson falling in love and then like having a fallout and then reuniting with his dad, and then it ends with him and his dad. He's like, you know what, Dad, I will work for your company. And then it
pans out. So he looks out the window, he pans out, and then we see that it's he's in the Twin Towers buildings, and then it cuts to the plane going into the Twin Towers.
Oh my God, one of the greatest.
Not even just like the floor below, like at him.
Yeah.
It makes it look like the plane specifically was aiming for Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it makes it seem like he was like, oh, his dad was Cantor Fitzgerald, the Cantor Fitzgerald.
God damn it.
But yeah, so I don't know. I figured I was just going to derail that because I didn't really have a segment, so I decided let's talk about Tiptoes, and I need more people to talk about Wild Mountain Time because the movie is stupid. It's so fucking stupid, and that twist had me a gasp. I was like, I only watched it because I had heard that there was a ridiculous twist. And when I did watch it, I was like, oh my God.
I get it. Oh, by the way, did you see the news?
What's the news?
Favorite of the podcast, Nicholas Rossi. He's back in the news, baby.
Who? What did he do this time?
Nicholas Rossi, otherwise known as Arthur Knight, the fake Englishman.
Oh yes. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, fucking Christ. So now he claims he's Irish. That's neither. He claims he's an Irish orphan anyway. But first off, he called to his witness a convicted child sex offender.
Oh no, that doesn't help.
Incredible move.
Yeah, what was his theory? Like it takes one to know one, and that would prove him innocent or something?
I have no idea, honestly.
Solid.
But look at this guy. This is what he showed up looking like to court. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So just to put it for this is Nicholas Rossi. He is in some sort of robe. I guess he's representing himself. That's the only explanation. He looks like he's got like a yarmulke on.
There appears to be a rabbi's garb.
Yeah, round circular glasses.
Yeah, he looks like he's wearing a yarmulke and he's wearing Harry Potter glasses.
Yeah, it should be noted. I don't think he is Jewish. Like, I think he's just a guy. Like,
I think he might be trying to go for an Irish Catholic priest of some kind.
Maybe I could see it.
The garb is similar, and he's wearing a white collar, which is the only thing that makes me say. I doubt very much one of those books he's holding is the Bible, however. Yeah. And I'm curious as to what that chain leads to.
It's probably to the wheelchair. It's just I don't know, but it's insane. Apparently, reading a little bit more of this article, apparently he called the guy to the stand, a guy named William King, other very real Irish person, their English person name. It's Arthur Knight and William King. Jesus. And who was convicted of, Jesus Christ, molesting 3 children. That's very bad. But apparently the whole point of him calling the guy to the stand was that he was to claim that Rossi, Arthur Knight, whatever you want to call him, was treated abysmally in a Scottish jail, and that they were ignoring his very widely known health issues.
Poor baby.
According to King, apparently they said, you can get up, you can walk, get up, you don't need oxygen. So, you know what?
My favorite is, I just found this photo. I don't know if it's gonna share or not. Basically, in the photo, he's like in this wheelchair, and there's like a guard, I guess one of like the bailiffs or something, has like he's in handcuffs, and they're like she's like walking the wheelchair like a leash, and then he's being pushed by another guard, and like I guess there's like a third guard standing there, and he's just got like a very grumpy face. He's just like he looks like Tim Robinson in that zipline sketch. I don't know if it.
Oh no! Yeah, they do look. Oh, buddy, what the fuck? Did you see the name of his fucking attorney, or his? I guess it'd be his barrister.
No, what is the name?
Mungo Bovey.
Sounds like a WWF wrestler from.
How is that a real person? How are any of these people real? I don't think anyone who's associated with his defense is a real person.
I don't think so either. I genuinely don't. I feel like this is just some elaborate joke for people who are like clickbaiting in the US.
I'm just like looking it up right now. I love the fact that there's like just an article from the Daily Mail who goes, rape suspect Nicholas Rossi, who faked his own death before fleeing the U.S., tells court he can't raise his arms above his head because he is so unwell, despite doing so the day before.
Fucking shit.
I like how they're not even pretending it's not Nick Rossi.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. So the photo that that Robert had linked to us is that he's got his hand up in the air like he's waving to the crowd. And I guess the next day he was saying he was so sick that he can't raise his arms up. And then they just took that photo and they were like, actually, we have a photo from you yesterday in which you were clearly raising your hand.
Just the gall, the absolute just shamelessness. And I hate the fact that, small tangent, I hate the fact how normal his fucking lawyer looks.
Hey, just a general question. Do you have any objections to me moving us off the topic of criminal sex offenders?
Well, we're not done talking about this case. I mean, this is a unique case.
We'll never be done talking about this case.
But listen, what it is it's not about the crime. It's about the fact that this man is a cartoon and he should be extradited and he should be arrested because it's very clear that he's the man that they claim he is, that he's not a very good liar. And the more he lies, the worse his case is going.
I'm just like, this is like a love letter to everybody with imposter syndrome. It's because this guy was very nearly got away with all of this shit. And you, dear listener, if you're doing anything even like a tenth of what this guy's doing, you could probably get away with it. I'm just saying. Obviously not rape, but identity theft and shamelessness.
You should not try to emulate him.
No, this is not a great guy. But the fact that like you might be in a presentation and you might be talking about a subject that you think you might not know wholly about, I think you're gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Great.
And that's really that's the little quick update with Nicholas Rossi / Arthur Knight and his new lawyer Mungo Bovey, who's just looks like a normal English guy.
He's just a normal white English guy
wearing a backpack. No judgment there.
Well, there you go. See, you can wear the backpack, Robert. No one's going to judge you or take sneak photos of you.
I can leave my friends behind.
Here's the thing.
You can wear your backpack. You can leave your things behind.
No, I got it.
And if you don't, yeah.
And then there are no friends of mine. Yeah, I don't know. I stopped being funny somewhere around 2013.
Mungo.
Fucking Sasha.
I've been watching a lot of What'd you say? What year did you say you stopped being funny?
2013.
Conservative estimate. So I've been watching a lot of Ink
Bowie.
Introducing into the stage, into the ring, Mungo Bovey.
I'm not talented. You gotta do it like the Fink, you know. Weighing 230 pounds.
Constantly out of breath.
That's what the Fink sounded like. He was like one of the greatest.
I'm not. You're right, but keep on going. I want to. Let's do this.
No. I can't.
You can't. You just can't. Okay, fine.
I've got neighbors to respect out here. I've been watching a lot of Ink Master. I wanted to ask you guys: have you ever considered getting a tattoo?
No.
I have. I haven't thought very, very seriously about it. I'd only really want one tattoo.
What would you get?
Just a couple words in like typewriter print on my arm.
Are they Latin?
No, they're not Latin.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, I believe the words say, if something happens to me and I cannot speak anymore, please contact my lawyer, Mungo.
Mungo Bovey, yeah.
I think Robert should get an ass tattoo, right? We'll start a quick little fundraiser. You guys can fund this tattoo via Kickstarter.
I think it should be property of Harper.
Well, I'm much more open to the idea, to be honest.
Or it could be. I think the funnier thing would be it said property of Harper Lee, LLC.
Harper Lee LLC. What?
Harper Lee, the
famous author who got taken advantage of.
She clearly is dead. So
but her LLC
estate
isn't dead.
Yeah, her estate still owns and controls the rights to To Kill a Mockingbird and the name of the sequel, whatever that is. To Watch a
Watchmen is the name of the sequel.
What about property of Monsanto? Would you get a tattoo on your butt cheek that says property of Monsanto Corp?
No.
That's crazy. That's a cool tattoo.
I mean, that actually would kind of be a cool tattoo, I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't have it on my ass. I'd have it somewhere.
All right, fine. Well, what are the words you would put on your arm if you care to share?
I care to share. I care not to share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what he wants is he wants it to be a mystery. He wants people to be reading it and be like, I can't really read what it says. He just goes, hey, baby, just be anything you want it to be.
What about you, Malcolm?
I don't want a tattoo. I've thought about it, like in terms of like, oh, could I have a tattoo? It's never appealed to me. Like, I feel like the closest I could have done is like after my dad died, like having some sort of tribute for him. But like my dad died like a decade ago, didn't get a tattoo.
Yeah, it's a little late after the fact.
I mean, it's never too late if you ask me.
And the thing is my mom got a sleeve when I was in my early 20s, and that really stopped me from wanting to get
perturbed any like coolness
nothing
factor.
stops something from being cool, quite like your parents doing it.
Yeah,
that
so it's so it's one of those things. Like I have this feeling, it's like we're going in this. Our generation has a lot of tattoos and like sleeves and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised as like a counter reaction that like the kids that come from our generation, if they just like go like, I don't want a tattoo. Like my mom's got a sleeve, I don't want one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I was feeling that way for a long time, to be honest. Like right up until a couple of weeks ago, it was like I think tattoos are trashy,
But do you want a tattoo now?
A little bit. I kind of want the last words of roadside picnic across my back.
Oh, that's a good one. That's actually really good. Maybe not across the back. I personally wouldn't. I'm not saying you don't get it, but I probably wouldn't have it across my back.
What are the last words of roadside picnic for those who don't know?
I'll give the exact words here.
It's basically a prayer to the unknown with
it's like to be more succinct about it, he was granted you find an object in the zone that grants you a wish, right? This unsuspecting writer was brought into the zone with an experienced veteran who intended to sacrifice him in order to get the wish. And the writer sees the wish orb and he starts sprinting towards it. He says, happiness for everybody, free, and no one will go unsatisfied. No one will be forgotten, right? It's just basically the opposite of the world that they live in, where everything is very controlled by capitalism and by exchange. The idea of happiness for free just sounds so foreign. And when he runs to his death, the main character says, well, I was going to, wish for a prolonged life for my kid or like lots of money, but I can't stop thinking about what the kid said when he died. Happiness for everybody, free, let no one be forgotten,
And he essentially, the hardened veteran of the zone wishes for the same thing, which is a very sweet, endearing sort of ending to a very, it's a rough book. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's hard to read. If a Strugatsky novel has a character smoking on almost every page, then it's guaranteed to be a good Strugatsky novel.
Yeah, happiness for everyone, free, and may no one be left behind.
Yeah, and I think I'll only get it in the original Russian if I actually learn Russian, so it's a good deterrent.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's pretty
wonderful book.
Yeah.
Book.
No, that's cool. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I've just never been that inspired by like, something like a movie or TV show. Like, I think of it more of like, I think about all the people who got like Dharma Initiative tattoos. Like,
oh yeah, no, fuck that shit.
I mean, like, or like people who got like Game of Thrones tattoos and then like watched the final season and were like, oh fuck,
shit, I named my kid Daenerys.
My brother and his fiance named their cat Daenerys. So,
well, that's the difference between a cat and your kid. People literally named their kid Khaleesi, for fuck's sake, guys.
That's fucked up. That kid's gonna have to live with that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd be like, how did your parents come up with that name? Watching a show in 2016 called Game of Thrones.
Well, you see, I'm a big fan of Good Burger.
Yeah. So, anyways, my parents are virgins, and they had
my parents are virgins,
and
they're a test tube baby.
I'm a product of immaculate conception. Thanks to the good laboratory.
What are you saying? That's how my savior was born.
My savior was born in a lab.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying is Jesus Christ is a test tube baby.
My savior was born in a lab. Fucking awesome name for a book. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. They've actually write that down. That's a great name.
I'm writing it down. We'll cut around it so we have to cut.
Yeah, so we can secure the rights, of course. Well, I'm very concerned about the rights, especially after this rebrand. Tanks our podcast.
What did we decide our rebrand was again?
Yeah, we never talked about the rebrand. We just kind of skipped over it.
Well, I'm renaming the podcast to 8 Simple Rules for.
Oh my god! I don't want anyone to be. I don't want anyone to be.
That's not what he's told me in private.
You just have banjo music playing in the background, like a good old slide guitar. A lone hawk cries overhead.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
But I've already filed the trademark, so I guess we're going to have to figure that out.
Oh, we're just going to run with it. Damn it. Okay, sure.
Well, you're going to need to run with it since you need to lose a few pounds.
What?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was sent an email by someone called themselves Jessica. They said, ask Mr. Delilah about Chancellor
Teddy. Chancellor Teddy. She does know we have the submission form. Anyway, so this is going to be a very dumb story. So I'm currently living with my sister, and we have about once a month, a guy comes in and he sprays the house for scorpions and everything like that. Just sprays for bugs and stuff because, this is the desert and there's a fair number. It's good to regularly spray. And the guy who came over was pretty nice. My sister and her fiance were out, and so I was kind of sort of wrangling the dogs while he was spraying around the house. And he was a cool guy. We talked for a while, and then I asked him what his name was, and he said Chancellor Teddy. And I got really fucking confused. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes on the thing. He's finished up spraying, and I kept on hearing his name wrong. Okay, and then he finished up, and I was saying bye to him. I was just like, okay, bye, Chancellor. And it was ridiculous in the fact that he looked at me confused, and he was like, what do you, what? And I was like, yeah, you said your name was Chancellor Teddy. And he's like, no, just Chance or Teddy. And I closed the door on him. I'm like, oh, okay, bye, Chance. I closed the door on him, and I hear him audibly sigh from the other side of the door. And he walks away.
Well, maybe he should pick up his top jaw and stop slacking on his sentences and his enunciation.
In his enunciations, yes, but that was Chancellor Teddy. It really is not that funny of an anecdote, but it was funny in the minute.
Who calls himself Teddy when their name's not Theodore originally?
I know. It doesn't make sense, but I legitimately believed for like 10 minutes that someone's name was Chancellor Teddy, and I didn't question it.
Well, you can call me Roger or, Franklin if you want.
But I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? You can call me Roger. You can call me Franklin.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. It's like Chance or Teddy. Fucking, your name's Chance. Why would you call yourself Teddy?
What was your question earlier? It was commonality, paradox, or whatever.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
I feel like I've touched a nerve. Oh no, we gotta go. Anyways, let's end with a song.
No, let's not end with a song. It's too hot for a song.
You want to sing a song? Our whole
universe was in a hot nearly 2 billion
something.
The earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built the pyramids, history unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang bang.
Embrace it, brother.